hairdresser. It's MJ here from Floractive.
And this is Sarah, the Floractive hair technician.
And we are the NANOPLASTY podcast. I know that we've been chatting here and there, but Sonia, I'm so honored to have you here today.
Oh, absolutely.
I admire your work so much, and I want to introduce you to the NANOPLASTY podcast.
Thank you so much.
So excited, Sonia. I would love you to tell us a little bit more about you. So let us know you a little bit more. Tell us how you got into the industry, into the hair industry, and to get to become the salon doctor.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I'm absolutely honoured myself to be here today with you guys. Absolutely love the brand. So thank you and very honoured. So a little bit about me. I've been in the industry for 37 years.
Wow.
So it's been a little bit long. I feel like a bit of a veteran. So I started my apprenticeship, worked back in the day where I think we mentioned before, the perm era. And then from there, I ended up owning my own salon. So in early 2000s, I had my own salon. It was quite a successful salon. I had it for 6 years.
That's cool.
And I went through the highs and the lows, right? So working out what was going to work in terms of retail, what was going to work in, I was working 50, 60 hours a week, and I just felt like nothing stuck. So I'd implement training, I'd implement different things, and just felt like I found that I was working harder and I just wasn't seeing the dollar results in the business. So I really went back to the drawing board to see what systems and processes I could put into my own business to ensure that we had consistency and I wasn't working harder. Yep. So I really worked out a system of process around retail because in retail, we generally make 100% markup. Yep. And I know that with incorporating that with high ticket services, we didn't have to work harder. Yep. So really nailed that, love that. Unfortunately, I was a victim of DV and I had to up and leave my business with my 3 kids. They were 7, 5 and 3 at the time. Wow. And had to walk away with $0. And
my God.
Yeah, lost everything. And I had to get into a job that was going to pay for my rent, pay to feed my kids and literally survive. So I thought I'd go into sales. I thought I could probably do that. It's a job that I could get into fairly quickly. I just knew if I'd gone to hairdressing back in those days, it wasn't paying what it is now. I would never have been able to pay all my bills on a salon back as a salon staff member. Yeah. So I found a job in the print industry as a new business development manager.
In the printing industry?
In the print industry.
Wow.
And when I went for the job, it had a great base salary, great commissions, but the best part was no experience necessary. And I was like, this is my job. This is my job. So when I went for the interview, I said to Brendan, so when do I start? And he's like, oh, no, we have other people. And he went, no, when do I start? I need this job. So I pretty much forced my way on. So I knew sales was for me from then on. I was like, I'm getting this job. So I was with them for 10 years and I did $2.4 million in the first year of new business for them. Wow. And absolutely fell in love with sales. Absolutely. It was pretty much in my blood, sales. So really learnt being corporate selling is very different to what we do in salon. And I really felt like that's been the bridge that I've been able to bring into salons now. So I did that for 10 years and became financially free and was able to have 12 months off with my kids. So I did school reading, canteen, all of that. But I love working.
I know how it feels.
So it was like, get me back to work. So that's when I ended up selling to the industry for 15 years. So I actually sold back to their salons. Yeah. And that's where I really felt like I built up my clients with the skill set that I had from my salon, from my sales, and teaching them how to actually incorporate retail and really scale their businesses. So the last year that I was with the salon the business I was with, I did $6.3 million worth of sales. Wow. And I wanted to scale within that business. And they had, different visions, so that was okay. I did leave for another sales role, but I thought I really wanted to impact the hair industry, and that's when the Salon Doctor was born. So
that's amazing. That's amazing. And I love the fact that you got the previous experience with hair, then you were maturing your skills in sales. and then you found like your vein, something that
I
you
really
fell
feel,
in
I don't
love.
even feel like I'm working. I really actually don't. And they say when you don't feel like you're working, then
Exactly.
That's
That's
the
why
right
you're
job
aligned,
for you.
right?
avoidable.
Yeah, you
It's
feel
your-
really
it's your job.
aligned.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've created 3 programs, but my base program, or the iconic one, is called the Accelerator. And that's the one that I go to salons, I spend a day there and literally go from A to Z in terms of salon experience. And it's a viewpoint from the client. I get hairdressers to step into that viewpoint of what it looks like as a client walking into their business. What do they see? What do they hear? What do they feel? And what's their experience? And then really unpack the consultation journey.
Yeah.
Unpack our high ticket services.
Amazing.
And then mindset and limiting beliefs, because
On your experience, Sonia, what have you been watching that is the main mistakes that salon normally do? Because you probably worked with hundreds of salons now. You probably saw a pattern between them, majority of the salons, that's what they do. Because as an educator as well, and Sarah can confirm that to me, there is some things that it's a pattern. We see them commit, they
it's a
do
common
that.
mistake.
And as soon as they start talking to us, for example, when something goes wrong or they couldn't achieve the OMG effect, we know already what they're
What the
gonna,
mistake is.
we know already what it is. We just let them talk because of the respect and because we need to hear their point of view. But by the experience, we already know, so we come prepared for that. So do you have that on your field as well? Like the pain points or the blind spots?
yeah, a lot of it is, believe it or not, it's fear and confidence.
Mm-hmm.
They have the fear of investing in retail
Yeah.
because they're scared it's going to stay on the shelf.
Uh-huh.
Because the staff don't have the confidence in how to unpack that with a client. So they both go hand in hand. So if you don't have retail, you can't sell it.
Yeah.
If your retail bill is not paying for itself, then that means you've got a leaky bucket. Okay? Because then it's not paying for itself, and you take those profits out of your hair profits, which aren't a lot. So if you don't know what the pillars of profits are, and retail is one of them,
Yeah.
and they don't realize that if by recommending that to your client, our clients want retail, by the way. I'm just putting it out there, everyone. Whoever listens to this, don't ever assume your clients don't want it, because I've spoken to so many clients in my time, and I'm actually going to be going out to the streets in Pitt Street soon, and I'm going to be interviewing normal everyday people, because the amount of times people have said to me, my hairdresser doesn't recommend retail is crazy.
Yes.
They're wanting it. They're crying for it. Our hairdressers they believe it's about money. They take that belief away from our client and think that they can't afford it because we get too close to them. I mean, the whole psychology around that's another whole conversation, but they don't realise that our clients want retail. We're not offering it.
Do you think would have any fear in, because especially I'm talking about the Brazilian market, that it's a bit more aggressive than Australia, I feel. And in Brazil, you don't leave the salon without a product, but sometimes you leave the salon with too many products that you're not going to use it. You know what I mean? So you think that could have any fear related to that? They're probably pushing this to me and I don't need it. Do you think there is any lack of knowledge from the client also too? Or maybe they are offering me too much, I don't need that.
So I talk about body language. So body language is 55%, tonality is 38%, and communication 7%.
Wow.
Okay. So if your body language, if your client's sitting there and you can see there's resistance, I would just ask the client and say, I can see you, address the elephant in the room. I always believe that, address the elephant. So if you can see a client is resistant, I would actually say, I know I'm actually speaking to you about retail, but I can see that you're a little bit sticky about it. Have you had a bad experience with retail before? Have you bought something that didn't work, that was expensive, and now you've got fear in buying something else? If you address that, your client's going to go, oh, and also it's a pattern disrupt. Okay, so when you do a pattern disrupt, the client doesn't expect you to say that. They're going to be completely engaged.
Yeah. And they give like the trust,
They trust.
You break the bridge, between you guys.
Take the sale away. Take the focus off that you're selling. You're serving your client.
Yeah.
So if you take the awkwardness of I've got to sell away, and I said to you, MJ, all you need to do is just talk about your product. You don't have to sell it. You just need to talk about it. You're already physiologically
Relax.
are going to be relaxed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Right?
There is
Because
a lot of
it's
fear
confidence.
around sales out there, and I feel that because there is a lot of people that don't do it right, or they sell things that they don't have to, or they
Not
push in the wrong way. That it's kind of for people that are genuinely selling something good, they get to that fear. I don't want to be that person, or I don't want to feel that they look at me the way they look at that person. You know what I mean?
If you feel like you're selling, you're selling
Yeah. Yeah.
every day of the week.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with that.
And I'm telling you, your client knows you're selling.
Yes.
Okay. Every day of the week.
Yeah.
I can sell you retail without having a bottle in front of me. I just need to unpack with you what's going on. Tell me what you got at home. Tell me what your aftercare looks like. How do you plan on managing your hair when you go home? That's all I want to know.
Why you would need this certain product
Why,
and what difference
you know,
it's gonna
what
make
are
for
you
them.
using?
Yeah.
Rather than saying to someone, oh, what shampoo and conditioner? This is the 101
basic-
sales question.
Yeah.
What shampoo and conditioner are you using? Because
Yeah.
the client knows you're going to go in for the kill and tell them that that's the wrong product.
Yeah.
But if I said to you, why do you actually like that? And I'm quite curious in my body language. Why do you use that? Have you been recommended by another hairdresser? Talk to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing a nano on your hair today. You potentially might need to use something new. Are you open to having that conversation?
Yeah.
I haven't even sold anything at this point.
100%.
But I'm telling you that we're doing this service because this is what your hair needs. We've already qualified that.
Yeah.
But do you know what it looks like in terms of maintaining this when you're not with me?
100%. I love the fact that when we go to trainings, sometimes they were trained by, you know, another brand or another solution, another type of solution. And when we start, some people have this resistance. I know what you're talking about. I know that. And we don't come to the conclusion of, well, you know, it's wrong. Because it's not about that. We're not there to say what you learn is wrong, to make them feel humiliated before the conversation
Never.
starts. It's about, I'm teaching you something incredible that even if you already heard before, would be worth it for you to hear again.
Yeah, but
know?
knowledge is power, right? And
Yeah.
sometimes we don't know what we're going to learn at that point.
Exactly.
And you can learn that technique and you can learn another technique and another and another. It doesn't mean any of them are wrong and none mean all of them are right. It's just another technique. So when we take that away of this is right or this is wrong, it's what you're using. Great. I really believe like nowadays we have a lot of products on the market that are very high quality.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't believe that there are, unless you're using supermarket, then that's a whole different conversation that I have with a client. And I get them to understand the importance of professional products.
Mm-hmm.
But can you tell my language? It's very professional. It's with authority. It's with care. Can I actually let you know what that looks like for your hair?
I was on my first year doing NANOPLASTY here. I went to a salon and they were having the conversation on home care, on retail. And obviously, when I started with NANOPLASTY, as much as I was selling the solution and the technical part, the home care, I wasn't putting too much emphasis on that. You know, probably because of the lack of confidence of saying, oh my God, I'm pushing already an expensive product and then I'm going to sell another expensive product on top of that, you know, with all the inexperience of someone that is starting, you know, on a new market, because hairdressing in Australia was a completely new market for me. I'm from another country, which the rules and the way to work is completely different. Australians, I feel that we are way more serious, you know, we don't bullshit, we don't lie, we're straightforward on things, and I love that, you know. But obviously I came from a place that it's a bit different, you know, the way you handle things. We have a population that is 10 times bigger than here, so you have to do your way to kind of, you know, we say we samba, we try to do several ways. Here, if you do one way right, you can. So I went to the salon and this lady was commenting, you know, oh, this year we've done really well with retail and blah, blah, blah. And one of the girls, she made $500,000 in sale in retail. It was a chain of salons. And I was like, what? One person, retail. Then I say, okay, there is something out that I'm missing here. Because this person wouldn't do that in a service. If they service, you know, they wouldn't have enough time in the hands to service $500,000 for the pocket in 1 year. In retail, she was able to. So I was like, wow, this is something to explore. Then I started opening my mind to, to home care. So much that I saw, that point where you train people and they repeat what you say, and then you're like, they shouldn't. I should change mine for them to change theirs.
Yeah.
Because retail is so important.
Oh,
And
it definitely is. And
what is the percentage of retail in a salon, on the revenue, like in an average?
Oh, look, it completely varies because we had an industry where 70% of salons went to home salons last year.
Wow.
And so I've been working with home salons and they're actually implementing retail in their salons. I've got some home salons that have more retail than some of my salons.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've got one salon in Armidale. She's got 5 retail lines and she sells
Wow.
close to 2,000 a week.
Wow.
Just in retail.
Retail.
In retail.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I've got a salon in Canberra. They do 18,000 a week in
a
retail.
home salon.
No, this is so the home salon's 2,000. I've got a salon in Canberra. They do 18,000 in retail a week,
Wow.
and they have a top end brand. So they're not. So it's not like I think one of their shampoos is like $70.
Yeah.
Right. So we're talking top end. They have no problems recommending it because they take away the feeling of they have to sell. Right? If you're fixing a problem for somebody, and obviously nanoplasty is something you're fixing for that client, and salons can fix that for their clients, their end user. That's what you're fixing. People buy not based on how much things cost.
Yeah.
We buy on emotion. I don't know how many things you have at your house that you think, oh my
gosh.
God,
Tell me
Why
about
did
it.
I buy this?
why did I buy this?
And after
some-
having kids,
Yeah.
right,
you
so
go
many
everywhere,
things.
you buy it. You say, oh, that's so cute, I'll buy for her. Oh, that's so cute, I'll buy for him. I
Yeah,
have.
right.
Have you
So-
ever bought doubles, MJ?
Of course.
I've bought like the same outfit twice
Oh.
for my son. I'm like, oh yeah, I bought that last
I
time.
do that with groceries.
I have.
And someone is here to tell me.
So it's never about how much something is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what's in it for them, what benefit they're going to get, and what status. So also status is a big thing too, right? So how is it going to make them feel, the impact? And until we establish that,
Yeah.
it's always a sale at the end of the day.
And you know what? It's crazy. I feel that every hairdresser knows that selling the retail that they have, it's not about the money. It's about
important,
the
it really
importance
is.
of the healthy of the hair
Yeah.
of the client.
It's the confidence, MJ. It is the confidence comes down to being able to feel confident enough to ask questions and knowing what to ask and when to ask. Right? There is an actual system around it. Like I've actually developed a system that if you start this way and you finish this way, it's automatic. It's on autopilot. You already assume the sale at the end of the day, right?
What about, Sonia, when someone is negative to it? So example, you've done the nanoplasty with me and then I recommend you the retail and you say no.
Yeah.
Do you feel that there is a way of revert that, or you feel that?
Yeah, so I would have already told you prior to your nano what the expectations are. Okay, so I would have said to you, MJ, you're having a nano today. Do you know what that looks like in terms of maintenance? How long do you think it's going to last? So I'm already future pacing when you're going to even have your next one, right? So do you know how long it lasts? Oh, I'm not sure. Okay, so your nano lasts you, let's say 3 months, okay? Do you know how to maintain that? Oh, I'm not sure. Okay, are you happy for me? I always ask for permission. Permission's very key. Are you happy for me to actually unpack with you what the maintenance of that looks like? Sure. So I do that all before I've even touched or done your hair. If you're talking about retail after the fact, you're selling. If you say to someone when they leave, do you need to top up on shampoo and conditioner? You're selling, right? It should never be done that late. So I even talk about the journey. So if I'm going to be shampooing your hair and I've recommended a product, I'll make sure that whoever's doing the next touch point, I'm telling them what to use on your hair in our business. So whenever you see those so many touch points, the client's already convinced that that's what they should be using. It's never about, should I? It's when.
Yeah.
What, like,
100%. Every time I educate a salon or a group of people about nanoplasty, I say it's so important for you to tell your client what's going on,
Yeah.
what you're doing on the hair and exactly what it's happening. Because first of all, they are learning with you. And if they go to any other place, they're going to value what you've done for them because they will feel so many difference from what they received to what they're receiving now that they're going to value what work more.
Yeah.
So I always advise them to teach the clients what's going on. So now I'm doing this on your hair because of this, and that. As much as they don't understand the technical language on the way that we do, they understand that we are doing this because of that we're not doing this because of that. And when they leave there, first, they advertise for you because
they're
then they know
educated.
the steps.
Because then they
Yeah.
know about it.
Yeah. But also, I do also say to hairdressers, keep it simple.
Yeah.
So if I say to a client, oh my God, I'm going to put this tone on your hair, I'm going to do a 911. Well, what's a 911?
Exactly.
Like,
It's like,
do you know
why
what
are
I
you
mean?
explaining the deltas
Like,
and how much the
I say
shaft
to you, my
opens?
training, if any client sits there and goes, just do whatever, I trust you, that means I'm scared and I don't trust you, my fingers are crossed.
I've got hope.
I'm hoping this works out.
yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
that's so true,
Right.
isn't it?
No one should be sitting there on a hope,
Yeah.
right? So keep it simple too. Like if your 5-year-old can't understand what's happening, that's what your clients like. They're not going to understand. So you need to really break it down simple. These are the steps. This is what we do. This is what you need to use as aftercare. Done. It's simple. I understand it. It's digestible. It makes sense. But as soon as you start talking and talking and talking,
Why you think that it lacks so much confidence on hairdressers? Why? What do you have
mindset.
an idea? Do you think it's the mindset?
100%. We are an industry where we feel like this is a mic drop moment, guys. So listen to this. We think rapport is built on how much we know about someone. Okay, so we'll get a client in the chair and we'll start talking about their dogs, their cats, their kids, their parents, their divorce, their wedding, their everything, right? Their menagerie of animals.
Yeah.
Trust comes from what you do to their hair. I've never had a client say, oh my God, I love Sonia so much because she's got 2 cats. They don't say that. They go, I love Sonia so much because every time she does my hair, it's perfect. I go home, I know how to manage it, I know how to look after it, and it always looks shiny. So we misinterpret rapport and trust for how much we know about them.
Yeah.
So we go down this rabbit hole. Oh, what are you doing on the weekend? And da-da-da. You can talk about that, but do your job first.
Yes. Yeah.
Do
So
hair.
what they're in for.
They're paying for hair.
For hair.
How many clients, I've asked this question too, how many clients have you had in your business that you know them for so long and so well, and all of a sudden they don't never come back?
Oh,
It does
yeah.
happen,
Oh,
actually,
it
yeah.
happens.
It does happen.
It
And
does.
have you thought about the fact that you know everything about this person, but they did not have enough trust in you to tell you why they didn't come back or what was going on for them?
That's a really good question. Yeah.
Like, let
I've
that
seen-
land.
I've seen some of them that they were so close. We had all this connection, and why do you moved?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So it's because we think rapport is built on how comfortable and how familiar we do get. But at the end of the day, they're a paying client and they are getting a service from you.
Yeah.
And we can't lose focus of that, because if I know, like I talk about clients going from, you know, the regular blow dry,
Yes.
right? They walk in, oh, hi, Mary, how are you? Yeah, go straight to the basin. No. She still should be sitting in a chair. Hey, Mary, are we doing the same blow dry today? Did you want a treatment today? What's going on? What have you done this last week? How's everything, you know, Then take them to the basin. Just because they're familiar and they come every week doesn't mean they get less of you,
Yeah. Yeah. Less of the service.
less of the service.
Mm.
Right. So I unpack, like there's a lot that I unpack, but a lot of it is
Lack of
Our-
confidence.
yeah, and
mindset.
mindset, and we feel like we can't, because we, as I said, we get close to the client. I'll give you a perfect example. I had one of my salons in Queensland. We did my accelerator program. And so she could hear me in the back of her head, make sure you talk about retail. Anyway, so this client had come in and said, I've only got $500 to spend on my hair. And she said, well, that's really how much your colour's going to cost. So I can fit in with that budget. But then she remembered the little voice in her head saying, Sonia said just to talk retail even if I don't want to. So she said, look, happy to do that, but are you okay for me to just talk to you about how to maintain this at home? Because it's really important. I'm doing blonde, everything, She rang me up. She goes, you're not going to believe this. And I went, what? She said, my client came in and said I only had $500 and she put $180 on Afterpay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because she still spoke about how to look after it at home.
Yes.
She leant in. I talk about the lean in and the lean out, right? So we lean in and we recommend, we lean out and we let the client make the decision.
Yeah.
So this client spent $680 and said on inception that she was only going to spend $500. Now, if I took someone on face value and didn't do my job properly, then who am I letting down?
Exactly. That's how I feel. I feel today that when we lack to offer exactly what the client for in my field is pre-treatments.
Yes.
You know, pre-treatments or post-treatments.
Yes.
You know, so someone has really damaged hair and they decided to do nanoplasty. We do the whole pre-treatment for their hair. We make sure that they're going to leave the salon perfect, but they need to come back for treatments for you to
Every
be
day.
able to give back that healthiness to the hair. Even if they get the home care, for the level of damage that they arrive, for them to recover that, one treatment of nanoplasty, it's not enough. You will have to come back probably in 3 months to redo a pre-treatment. You know what I mean? So I feel that when the client refused to do that, they are disrespecting the client that are sitting on the chair.
Yeah.
If the client needed a pre-treatment and you didn't do because it would be too expensive, it would be hard, it would be the client will receive less of you, you know, and the client will pay the price at the end of the day.
Yes.
I've got one of your salons doing the force therapy.
Yeah.
And I remember she did my training program and then she went on to do my coaching, my second Master of the Chair. And I said to her about high ticket services. And she said, we're talking about how much she charges for them. And this is another thing in industry. We have the best treatments on the market now, not back in my day. We have the best treatments on the market, but we're still charging $35.
I know.
Like, are you guys crazy?
I know.
Like, hello? Minimum entry point should be 65. I've got one of your salons who's doing my high ticket strategies. I literally got a message from her. When was it? It must have been Monday this week, actually. 4 days a week. She's hit 8Ks in 4 days and she's smashing out her nanos and she does $80 for, I think 80 for the one service and then she does the diamond. She charges
Yes.
$150 or $160.
Yes, the
That's
crystal
charging
and
it.
diamond.
Yeah, that's what you're charging. That's correct charging.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
if you want your staff to make target, they're not going to do it on a $35 uptake.
Yeah. Pricing is also some very, very difficult subject because I feel that salons put the price on what they feel that they value, you know, the value of themselves, not the service that they are doing. And they don't count a lot of things. For example, if you pay someone to clean your house, the hour will cost $50. You will give the products, the person will do the service for the hour. And then you come for a blow dry that costs $50, you still take an hour. But then on that $50, you have the rent, everything else. At the end, you didn't make money.
Yeah, you're spot on. They will charge what they're comfortable to charge, not what they should really charge.
Yeah.
So if they're comfortable to sell a nano at 400, that's what they'll sell it for. Not because they think it's worth it, it's because they're comfortable actually offering at that price.
Yeah.
What are the deliverables? How long is it going to last? What's the benefits? That's what you should be selling, right? What does it look like for the client in terms of, if I know I've got like a consultation matrix, right? If I really know what that problem is that you're having, and if let's say it's frizzy curly hair, what's it worth to you to fix it? And I'd ask the client that, what is it worth to you to fix that problem? From going from having hair that's frizzy, unmanageable, unruly, dry, can't style it, put it back in a ponytail all the time, to half the blow dry time, straight, smooth, shiny, confidence.
Yes. How much it costs?
How much is that worth to you?
Yeah.
It's priceless, wouldn't you say?
Oh, 100%. For me, if I show you my real hair, and I have half of my hair right here that needs nanoplasty, and then when I wash my hair, that's where I feel like, damn it, I need this.
You need it.
Imagine
yeah.
someone that have the whole hair, and it's not only that. We don't count on the things that go down on the line. For example, on your photos, you stop taking photos. First of all, you don't take photos of yourself anymore. You don't take selfies. You don't appear because you don't feel pretty enough for that.
Yeah, the confidence drops.
This will start, draining your confidence. And then not only that, if someone comes to your house last minute, first thing, oh my God, that's what we do. Oh my God. Someone, I'm arriving in your house in 5 minutes. The first thing you touch is your hair. Like, oh my God. Imagine you didn't need to worry about that. Yeah. Or you're going to pick up your child at school and they compliment you, say, wow, you look amazing. And you didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So
put a hat on.
We do. But yeah, ponytail is the traditional one. So that bun, so the mum's bun,
the mum's bun.
Everyone has. So what is the price of that? We don't put this to count because I think we always look to the big picture, but we don't look about the little things or how your kids see you. The whole day. They see you with messy hair. That's what they're going to grow up thinking, that this is normal. This is life. And my son yesterday, I woke up and obviously my hair up to here is frizzy. Yeah. So he looked at me and he say, Mommy, do you know nanoplasty?
You should be in sales team. Get him in the sales team somewhere.
Are you kidding me? And then I said, my son realized, because probably he sees me with the hair straight all the time.
Yes.
And then when I start getting frizzy, like, Mommy, do you know nanoplasty?
I think he's trying to say you're due for a
you're
nano.
due for a nano. Yeah, but when you think about it, it doesn't matter how much makeup you have, what clothes you have on. I know myself, if my hair is not done right, I ain't going anywhere. You're not going to see me on social. You ain't it ain't happening, girlfriend.
You know what? I wear a scarf, and obviously no one can see my hair, but it plays a massive impact on myself. When I wake up in the morning, there's a massive mirror on my wall right across from my bed, and when I wake up, the first thing I see is myself. And if my nano's not done, and I wake up looking like the Lion King, I want to go back to sleep, fix it, and come back up again because I'm not having my day starting looking like.
Yes, it's still just as important.
100%. It's a woman thing as well. I would say there's a lot of men that today I have majority of my clients, men want to do nanoplasty.
Yeah.
They
are looking a little bit more.
But a lot of the women as well, they tell me once we've started with nano, we can't do anything else.
Yeah.
Because they wake up, they feel good.
100%.
And I know same for myself.
But it's also easy maintenance, right? Because we automatically as humans, we're quite lazy, right? That's in our genetics, right?
And today we don't have much time because I think the social takes all the little gaps that we had in the day.
We're actually wired to be lazy, right? Yeah. We're mentally, chemically wired. So we're going to go to the easiest thing. So that is the easiest thing.
I think to be everyone's looking for something in life to save time. Yeah. So I know for myself, the smallest thing that makes the biggest impact in my life today is my little robot vacuum. I'm out of the house, I turn it on.
I've got one.
Vacuum my house. It starts vacuuming the house. So as soon as I get home, I just got to quickly cook. While the food's boiling on the stove, I'm mopping. It's already done my vacuum.
Can we create one to cook too?
I see. So everyone's looking.
I would love that.
Yeah.
If you find a robot that does that.
I just want a washing machine that folds, dries, packs
away.
Yeah,
I would prefer that then.
Actually, you can. I remember living in Breakfast Point and we had our washing machine when we first moved into the apartment wasn't working. So I had to go to a local laundromat.
Yes.
Can I tell you, she ended up being my best friend. It was like $10 a load. Yeah. And seriously, she would wash, fold and iron. And I said to my partner at the time, I was like, can it not get connected at all ever again? Can we just pretend it's permanently broken?
Yeah.
I ended up kept using her because I couldn't actually do it for that amount. I'd stay home on a Saturday morning. Yeah. White, cut, everyone knows the drill, right?
Different loads.
$30.
Wow.
All my kids done, all my linen done, all my towels. I was like, oh my God. Heaven, pick it up.
That's so good.
Yeah. For me, it's organizing. Yeah. After the clothes me for, organize because my things are always on hangers. So otherwise I just don't use it.
Yeah.
Things are folded, I
If you
will
can't
use
see
the
'em.
top ones, and the ones that are at the bottom, it will be
They
there
get
forever.
ignored.
Yeah.
They get ignored.
Especially because there is a few ones that you save when you lose weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I lose weight. That
I'm gonna
pants-
wear these.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
like these ones now, MJ.
Ooh,
I'm like,
look
when I
at
just say I'm
you.
gonna wear them.
I love that.
So you have those ones that you're like, when, you're going to be there. And I don't use it. So I hang. So it stays in a chair until I can come
Waiting.
back.
I'm coming back to you,
If the
girlfriend.
clothes had eyes, they're like looking at MJ as she's walking in and out of the room.
I saw a meme on Instagram about that. The clothing, seeing you going up and down and
it's like,
ignoring her.
Hello, fuck me away.
It's like, hi, cheers, breakfast with the clothes.
I'm just gonna grab my coffee and I'll come back.
But we
seen that
are
one.
definitely like that. We ignore things and we try to, the brain tries to save energy,
Oh,
right? So the
100%.
minimum I can do, I will
Yeah,
do.
absolutely. But I do believe that, you know, if your hair's not right,
Oh, yeah.
it
Plays a big
doesn't
role.
matter.
Yeah.
As I said, maybe eyelashes too.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
No, but hair,
Well,
hair, hair is bigger.
mine is hair and eyelashes.
Yeah, for you it will be eyelashes because you use the
'Cause
hijab.
everyone
Yeah,
sees it,
but
but
me is
you
the
know-
hair.
yeah.
But I've told MJ from the day I met her, like, I know I wear the hijab, no one sees my hair, but it plays a big role on my, like,
Of
emotions
course.
but
throughout
you
my
don't
day.
wear it 24/7.
No,
No,
because as soon as
yeah.
I get home, I take it
Of
off.
course,
Now,
right.
if I take it off and my hair's not done and I'm not looking in the mirror like, damn, I'm now depressed.
Absolutely.
I've got every
Absolutely.
problem in the world now because my hair's not nice.
I know.
So
we
everything,
have-
it impacts my mood. So my nano
every
has
day of the
to be
week.
on point.
For women, the hair is the face frame.
100%.
Is
It
the
is.
frame.
Well, it is. It is.
So it's an internal thing. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not just an external thing. It's not just that everyone looks at us and says, wow, your hair's so pretty. Because no one looks at me and says your hair's so pretty because it's packed away. But when I look in the mirror and I know my hair's so pretty,
That's
I'm
how
happy.
you feel.
Yeah.
So
You
it
know that
plays
I
a role
studied
in
that I've
women's
done
lives.
in visagism. It's the study of the lines of the face. So face, frame, hair, teeth, everything. So it plays a big role on how you see back. So the brain sends the message back. So if your hair has frizz or it's etc., so you're gonna have lines up, and that will play something in your brain, and it gives something different. So
Like
for example, when
chemicals.
someone wants to show a power sign, so they do this. So it's a straight sign. It's never a circle. It's never round.
Okay.
You know, it's never vertical
Yeah.
or diagonal. It's always straight. So clothing, when we want to show power, you have straight shoulders and etc. So, but the round one shows accessibility. So I can get closer to you. And when the hair is sticking up or frizzy, you show to your brain that something is messy. So on that day, you're gonna
okay.
concentrate less. On that day, you're gonna be less productive. On that day, you're gonna feel less good about yourself. So it plays a big role.
So there we go. MJ just explained exactly what I was trying to, like, that's how
How
I
you
feel.
feel, yeah.
So even
Yeah.
though you can't see my hair, but me knowing under my
Yeah.
scarf, my hair's not 100%, I feel automatically all day.
No, but interviews, when you used to go to interviews and you
Yeah.
know that little walk before reaching the room and you see yourself in the mirror, if you see that your hair is not good, oh my God, you're going to behave completely different on the
Yeah.
interview.
Yeah.
If your hair is good, you're like, I'm going to rock.
Yeah.
But they even say that even behavior. Like I always had this thing with even with my kids, that the first thing you do when you wake up is you make your bed. It's like a non-negotiable. We lived in an apartment. I didn't want to have all the doors shut. So I was like, before you go to school, I don't care if you don't even eat.
Yeah.
That bed needs to be made, right? I don't know whether it's inbred because of me being Italian background. I couldn't even touch my mum's bed. You know, I was like, don't even go in the room.
we met a couple on the
I'd
bed sheet.
go and talk to her, and I'd sit on the bench. She'd go, you know, get off the bed. So I had to talk to her standing up, right? So I don't know whether that was kind of a thing, but when my kids now they're adults, I've had both my boys say to me, "Oh my God, when my partner gets out of bed and I come home from work and the bed's not made, I'm not happy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It plays a role.
It plays a role of structure, habit stacking, just getting organized, just having that. So, you know, definitely what's your routine with your hair?
Yeah.
You know, how are you managing it? What does it look like for you at home? A lot of hairdressers don't even ask that question. Like, talk to me about what it looks like when you're not with me.
Yeah.
Because I know what I can deliver today.
Yeah. Or let's talk about some very polemic subject. You know, the hairdresser offering something for you that doesn't reflect on what she looks like. You know what I mean? She's offering you this amazing treatment for blonde and her hair is fried. You know, how that plays on offering,
Absolutely.
you know.
There should be, I mean, look, there should be a level of standard in salons.
Appearances.
And
More
you have to be a
professional.
reflection
Yeah,
of your
course.
business.
100%.
And
100%.
I think that should really go without saying, but it does need to be said,
Exactly.
right? So some salons you go into and it's not there's some hairdressers out there that are technically amazing, and there's a lot of hairdressers technically amazing, right? But they're just lacking that service level that if they were to up it a notch
Yeah.
in terms of presentation, in terms of
Maybe
deliverables,
uniform
or just communication, their wording, your hair looks abrasive. You know, if we do this, it's going to compromise your hair. Using proper language that your client can understand. Like if I say the word abrasive, everyone knows what that looks and feels like, even though it's only a word.
Yeah.
Okay? If you up that level of service, you can charge what you want.
Yeah.
This is what people don't understand. It's not about the price. If you come to me and this is what I can deliver and I can increase revenue in your business within 30 days, would you be open to it?
Yeah, of course.
Right? But I say with such confidence because I know I can deliver that.
Yeah.
But if I said to you, oh, MJ, you know, maybe we could maybe talk and yeah, I think I can help. I think I can help. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Trust,
They say, I hear hairdressers say, I think you need a treatment. So do you think they need it?
Or do I need
Or
it?
do you know they need it?
Yeah.
Because if I think you need it, I'm going to think about it.
Yeah. And you can think about something. You can think
I
differently.
can think about whatever, right? But if I say to you, this is why you need it. You've talked to me about this, this, and this, and this.
Yeah.
This is going to fix it. Like very clear prescription, you know?
I'll tell you another massive impact that happens in majority of salons. I had a client come to me and she had blonde hair and she said, I want to be blonde, but I went to a salon and they fried my hair. And I looked at her hair and honestly, I've seen a lot of damaged blonde hair, but her hair is really coarse and thick and it was fried. And I said, that's bad. And I said, the first thing I asked her is, I know they fried your hair, but are you straightening your hair? And she goes, yeah, all the time. And I said, well, your hair's already damaged. You're damaging it more with the straightener. So the first thing you need to do is stop straightening your hair. And she goes, so how do I survive without straight hair? And I said, that's why you need to do nanoplasty. So I know for a fact she needs a nano because she loves her hair straight.
Yeah.
But she can't straighten it every single day. And the first thing she looked at me and said, oh, here we go, another sales. And I said, no, I won't touch your hair until the first thing you stop doing is straightening your hair. Because as long as you're straightening your hair, you're damaging it more. And I'm going to be repairing it, treatments and doing what I need to do. But you're going to continue frying it at home.
Yeah.
So she looks at me and she goes, so she came in for a couple of treatments. She felt how healthy her hair was. And she goes, you know what? Let's just do the nano. Now, she will go and come and always tell me, thank God I listened and I did it. Because her hair started to get healthier. Then obviously she trusted the nano was good and whatnot. And I said, listen, you need these treatments at home. I know she needs them and it's going to change her life. You know what she does now? She won't even like go to the beach without the kombucha. She won't leave her house without putting the moringa oil. She won't shower unless she's using, because now she knows that what I promised her, I delivered.
But
And then
in that, can we just stop for a second? Your client took responsibility.
100%.
Right?
Yes.
Yep.
At the end of the day, your client needs to understand that I can give you every product you need,
Yep. But if
but
you're
unless you use
not
it
consistent.
and you've educated her,
Yeah.
so she understood the process.
Yes, that's what I feel. I feel like had I not told her why she needs this service and then told her like, I'm telling you like without doing this service, your hair's not going to work. You're going to just keep repeating your cycle. Bleaching, straightening at home, burning it. It's just going to be an ongoing repeat cycle. Let's start by making your hair healthy and then receiving the goals you need. Once I like told her, explained to her, gave her the right products, and then she obviously went home. And then one thing I noticed, she started telling me things about the products we use. So she became so invested. She started to like educate herself on those products as well because she noticed how much of a difference it made. But my like, she said it openly to me, another sales. So
because
that's the problem.
That's right, because they didn't
think-
explain.
Yes, they think because they've been to so many salons before.
Yeah.
And she tells me I've still got products that I bought from the last salon that I went to 2 years ago that I haven't even used it because he made my hair drier or he made my hair, whatnot. And I do explain there are some products that might not work for you. And that's why it's important to get down to the nitty gritty of what your hair needs
But reevaluate. Like I talk about
100%.
every 3 months, reevaluate.
Yeah.
Because sometimes a client might not need to be on a construction, like a
Exactly.
like a restorative
Yes.
for more than 3 months.
100%.
Yeah.
They need to be something, or maybe it's more tailored,
100%.
right? So
So telling it to
why
the hair
aren't
and their
we
needs.
reevaluating? I call that the suicide drawer, where all the products go to die that we buy and we
Yeah.
never use.
Yeah.
We've all got a suicide
I
drawer,
do. Mine's not a drawer anymore. It's a whole cupboard.
a whole cupboard.
I swear to God.
So
Mine-
I said, so I say to my salons, get your client to bring him in and let me go through what you keep and what you don't keep. But there's one condition. The ones you keep, you use. The whole point of you buying them is because at one point you thought you needed them.
But what about the level of knowledge that the hairdresser needs to have on those products to be
100%.
able to recommend? Because I feel that, you know, that repeating cycle where you find, oh, this product is amazing for that person. And then they recommend this for everybody. Because the only thing they know
It's
is
like
that,
their favorite.
they favorite. They don't know how to differentiate between this is good for me, not good for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel that a lot on the
Okay.
trainings that I do.
Okay.
You know, they know this and that's it.
So I'd actually ask them. So what happens a lot of the time is they will only use that product because they know it's safe. So what a lot of salons don't do is they go, right, we've got Floractive in the salon. Let's have an hour training session. We use all the products. We feel what they do. So you've got finer textured hair. I'm going to use something really heavy. If you've got thicker texture hair, I'm going to use something really light. So then I can see how light it really is. I can see how heavy it really is. I want to really see what each product does. So then when I go to recommend it, I physically know what it's going to do, not a name on a bottle. If I've got a volume shampoo, I want to see the results. So do a training day where everyone can see all the products that you use and get an understanding of it, because 9 times out of 10, they won't recommend it because they don't have the faith that it'll do what it says it's going to do because they haven't used it. And a lot of the styling products, I always talk about the poor styling products because they always are the ones that get left on the shelf. 9 times out of 10, the same thing. They'll have one styling product that they use because they know it's safe, but then there's a whole plethora of products that they can be using. Now, they're designed to be used.
Exactly.
But they won't use it on a client there and then because in case it's too heavy or it's too sticky, then they've got to wash their hair again. Do a training day, guys, with all your retail.
In my field, it works really like that. And that's one of the reasons why we developed the NANOPLASTY specialist course. Because someone invests on, you know, the product and they get the training, you know, the look and learn or initial training. But then the reality is not everyone has the same hair type.
Yes.
You know, everyone has a different hair type. Everyone works differently. The hair work behaves differently. And then they have the confidence on that hair type. And they follow the steps that they know about that hair type. And then someone comes in with a different hair. They do exactly the same thing for the other hair that they know. And they don't get the results. And then some people have the, you know, the humbleness to come and say, I may need to learn something extra or I need to learn something different. But some of them say, it didn't perform. The product didn't work. The product is not good. Then we have to have this education to come back to them and say, it works. You know, we tested that. This is not something that we're saying that it's written on the bottom. We tested that for thousands of people. You are not an exception. You know, it will work for you as well when you have the knowledge for that.
Yeah,
you know,
but being open-minded that they, like if there's a technique for different types of hair, and they've been trained on that, why don't the salon have an SOP in their salon, like a system of process, like to say, this type of hair, use it this method. This type of hair, you use that method. So when you have a system of process in the salon, then it doesn't matter who comes in after, who you employ, who leaves.
Yes.
You have a system on this type of hair, this type of hair, this type of hair. So there's no confusion.
Yeah.
A lot of salons don't have systems. There's no processes. There's no formats, right? So even consultations, 95% of hairdressers think they give consultations. 5% of clients think they get one.
Wow.
Wow. That is a
5%.
big mismatch.
Big mismatch. Because we think saying, are we doing the same colour? Are you happy with the same colour? is a consultation. That's not a consultation, right? Really starting to unpack. And look, there's a lot of salons that do very good consultations, but they can really tighten them up, really get that. So in your instance with your product, I think that they really need to have a system and process. This is what you do on this type of hair.
Yeah. This is the nanoplasty specialist course.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where
Love
they
that.
get that's why they get the information for every hair type, percentages, what I need to do in this, what about if it happened that, or what is the stage if something like this happened. So it's a very tailored program for hairdressers that would like to become a specialist, because then I say that when you know all that, you're a specialist in something. Yeah.
But they should own that too, right?
Yeah.
So
You know, even when we do the look and learn classes, the first thing we start off with is like make sure the consultation.
Yeah.
You know, like understand your client, see their hair, understand their hair, see what they want, what their needs are, what they're looking for, and then go ahead. And once you do that initial consultation, then nanoplasty is spot on.
Yeah, because then you match what they are expecting, you know, because there were situations in the past where they were not expecting their hair to become extremely straight. And then even us delivering the best straight glossy silk hair, the client look and say, I like it, but I like my hair with more volume.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So sometimes delivering the best for you, it's not the best for them. And if you
Yeah,
don't know what they
absolutely.
want, you kind of do this and the client wants to do in that direction. So
that's
at
why
the end,
consultation.
you say in your head, I performed amazing, you know, I rocked, this service was amazing, but they're not going to leave there saying that. Not because you didn't do a good job, but because it wasn't aligned.
Well, it wasn't aligned, absolutely. And that's, as you mentioned, it is all down to consultation and what the deliverables are and what's the expectation of maintenance. So if I said to my client, what's your expectation of maintaining this in your hair? And asking it and letting the client answer. Do you know how many times we do consultations and we talk over the client and they go, oh, yep. And then we keep talking. They go, yep. And when we keep talking, ask the question, what's your expectation of maintaining this?
Yeah. No, I absolutely love that. But also there is that, I feel that some clients as well comes with some really unreal expectations about services and what things will
Especially
happen.
today, MJ, the AI photos, please.
But you know what?
Girl.
But unpack that.
I do.
You know, like,
I'm very
if someone came up to me with a photo, I'd actually be saying to them, what part of that photo do you love? What is it about that photo? Is it the color? Is it the volume? Is it the what is it about that photo that you love so much? Because that will give me an idea of what they're looking for. Oh, I love it nice and full. And they've got flat, fine hair. Generally, that's what we get, right? We get the finest of hairs and they want these massive waves and volume.
I think it is. I think majority of the time when I ask my clients, I swear it's the wave. I'm like, I'll just blow dry your hair nicely, exactly like that photo, and they're happy.
Yeah.
It's not the color.
Yeah, so sometimes it's
yeah.
volume,
It's
right? Like they just want the volume.
Yeah.
So if it's volume, then, well, I can blow dry it like that. But how do you plan on maintaining it?
Exactly.
Are you going to be blow drying it? Are you going to be putting Velcro rollers in it? Like, what do you use? Styling tools? Like, I used to sell all of it, right? So liquids and electricals. And I had electricals in my own salon. We were one of the first ambassador salons for GHD.
Wow.
Right? So back in the day. But we still I used to actually give my client their iron and include a 5-minute lesson the following visit. And do you know why I did that? Because I always thought my iron was better than theirs. Right? Because mine was the magic one because I was using it. So I'd actually get them to bring in their iron and I gave them a 5-minute lesson on how to straighten their hair and how to curl
With
their
their
hair.
own iron.
With their own iron.
That's amazing.
Right?
That's so good.
Right,
I
so
like
that
idea.
that instills confidence.
Yeah.
I've educated my client. I've given them something for free. I've taught them how to maintain their hair.
Yeah.
So selling electricals is also just as paramount
Yeah.
because they could be using a little Breville at home. They could be doing all the right things, using your products, using the right brushes, all of that. And then they might be using a blow dryer at home with no nozzle.
I have that. I had nanoplasties where I dried them off, and you know we use like really good blow dryers.
Yeah.
And then she'll call me up and she'll be like, I dried my hair, but it's so frizzy. And I'll be like, send me a photo of your blow dryer. And I swear to God, it's the $5 Kmart one.
Yeah.
That just lets
Yeah.
out little soft air. And I'm like, how many hours did it take you to dry your hair?
Yeah. Right. So what are they using
It
in
would be better in the
electricals?
sun.
Yeah, it would have
sun
dried
would
better
dry
in the
better.
sun. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, we do
Straight
have
up.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So looking at what electricals,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
we don't
definitely.
cover these questions.
No.
They just
Yeah.
they don't put the effort in. They don't ask to spend the time, and it doesn't take that long. Because when I go in and do consultation training, they go, "Oh, do we have to factor in another 20 minutes?" No, you don't have to factor. Just ask the right questions.
Yeah.
Right?
You can get a clear, deep, really amazing consultation in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yes.
And you can do the most lamest consultation in 20, 30 minutes with the silliest questions.
Yeah.
If you're not
But
asking
when
the
you're
right ones.
when you're trying to convince someone, oh, but you need this, and you need this nano, and you need it because of this, and you need, and you haven't qualified that they need it, and they don't feel like they need it.
Yes.
You can be talking
burnt
till
time.
the cows come home. They're
Yeah.
going to still give you a no every day of the week.
Yeah, it's burnt
100%. 100%. This is so true. So true. I love
So-
that because, especially nanoplasty, that it's not a cheap service. You know, convincing someone by you need. It's like, no, I don't.
Yeah, but I talk about COVID, right? There was a line, the vaxxers and the anti-vaxxers. Okay, it was a very clear line. There was not anywhere in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones that were the non-vaxxers, I would say a large percentage of them didn't want it because they were told they had to have it.
True.
So you've got 2 5-year-olds. Go try telling them to do something. Good luck with that. Right?
Oh, yeah.
But if you reframe that and go, would you love to help me do something really exciting? Then go, yeah, let's go clean your room. Right? But if you said,
Go clean your room.
go clean your room. Your room's a mess. It's untidy. You know, there's crap everywhere. They're going to go, yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm going to go outside and play.
I get the push the toys with their foot to the side. Yeah, I cleaned it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? But if we actually,
But yeah, that's 100%.
right?
Yeah.
So if I tell you you have to do this, you are going to push back. And that's what happens with clients. Oh, you need it.
Yeah.
Well, if I haven't qualified a need, why do I need it?
Yeah. Especially because I feel that sales is more about what you convince yourself than what actually they convince you. Because
It's service.
your role is convince them to convince themselves. They need to convince themselves for them to buy.
Yeah.
If you convince them, you do nothing. You need to make sure that they are convincing themselves in the brain.
Well,
They need to justify that.
correct. You want them to realize that they have the pain.
Yeah.
So let's take, for example, winter time. I know, like if I can see that your hair's dry and it's winter, I know innately that you're probably using a lot of hot water on your hair. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah,
It's winter,
100%, it's winter,
hot
yeah.
water.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
So I already know that. So if I say to you, say, MJ, have you been using a lot of hot water on your hair? You can go,
What I'm going to say, obviously.
yeah, I am.
I am.
Okay. And then they're going to go, well, why did you ask me that question?
Your hair's really dry.
I can actually see that on your hair. Now, I haven't said, oh my God, MJ, your hair's so dry. You need a treatment because why?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Because I've actually made them feel their own pain and they've acknowledged it themselves, that that's something that they're now aware of, then I can actually go in and recommend the right product because they feel like they need it.
Yes.
But we don't even get that far. We don't.
Because I feel that
peel the
client
layers of
doesn't
the
want to
onion.
feel humiliated by something that they are doing.
Yeah.
Consciously or unconsciously. Because sometimes they're doing something that they don't know that it's too bad. For example, people that live near to bought water. Sometimes they don't know that water would create any damage to their hair.
Yeah.
And when you state that, you make them feel, oh my God, I'm so dumb. Or like, oh, I'm so bad. And this feeling, this bitter taste in the mouth, it doesn't give any good feeling to buy anything.
Absolutely. Even when you're recommending retail and they go, I'm using they say they might you be using a professional product. I always say that's fantastic. And to any hairdressers listening to this, if you've got a client using professional product, you have the ideal client because they value it.
Yeah.
They're happy to spend money on it. That's your ideal client in the chair.
Exactly.
So lean in and say, I think that's great that you're using a professional product, but are you happy for me to talk about why we use what we use?
What about when the client says, no, I'm using Pantene, I'm using a supermarket.
Yeah.
Instantly you get that look, that disgust look. Why? You're using that. This is terrible. Blah, blah, blah. That's why you have build up. Blah, blah, blah. I feel that this bitter taste in the mouth make the client feel like rejected, humiliated. That feeling of I'm not good enough, and this doesn't give you.
They want to use it more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And it
I would
doesn't
actually,
lean you to buy anything because you need to buy in a good state.
yeah.
you
So
know?
I would actually ask, why do you like buying that, and what's the product, and what about it do you like it, and is it a price thing? Is it like, do you buy it because it is a little bit cheaper?
Yep.
Like what's your buying habit around that?
It's majority of the time, it's not even the price. It's convenience.
Yep.
Convenience. It's near me, I need it. It's right there. I just go there and buy. And, it's easy. I can
How many
find
times a week do
anywhere.
we go to Woolies?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
But even online sales, like I get a lot of hairdressers say, oh, but my clients buy online. That's because you recommend a product, because we have a footprint of two and a half footprints. So they'll only come and buy with you 2.5 times, they reckon.
mm-hmm.
So I've got a retail loyalty program that I've created for my clients that I help them with. So we want to get the footprint to 6, so that way we install habit. If they're buying from you and you on 3-month mark, so if I pick up a bottle, one of your bottles, and I ask you, how much is in them? How much is in that bottle?
300 mils, like get a home care.
Okay, so let's say this was at your basin. So this is in your shower, MJ.
Yeah.
Okay. You've had this in the shower. I don't know how long. How much can you tell me is in the bottle?
300 mils.
Okay. If you've been using it for 2 weeks, how much is in there?
You're going to be using probably, you're going to use one bottle in 4 months.
Yeah. So you're guessing at this point.
Yeah. No, by experience, because I sell, I kind of know, but.
So your client doesn't know how much is in here because they can't see it. You can see how much is in here. You can't see how much is in here. Do you know what they know? They just know they haven't run out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's our job as a hairdresser to say, right, you bought this 3 months ago. You are going to run out before your next appointment.
Oh, wow. This is a level of detail.
This is how deep I go.
That's changed the game.
Okay.
It's like you're fully conscious about that person. You're
100%.
caring so much that you're like,
It's all about care.
I know that you bought this that day.
3 months
and
ago.
you're going to do the service now. You're going to run out. This is like a level of care that it's impossible to ignore.
Right. So
But
that's
it's
what
also the convenience. You know how I'm saying they go buy the Pantene for the convenience, that Woolies is just there?
you know how many
But
clients
she's
used to
giving
say to me.
convenience. She's now giving
Yeah.
convenience.
You know how many
to her
clients say to
clients.
me, you saved me a trip back to Salon or buying online? Because if they buy online, they've got a minimum spend anyway, okay, to get free freight. No one likes paying freight. So they've got a minimum spend. But if I saved you a trip back to my salon because I know you're going to run out,
Yeah.
because like I said, we're lazy. Remember, we spoke about this half an hour ago. People are lazy. They're not going to go and check in their bathroom how much is left. They just know
100%.
it hasn't run out because none of the bottles are see-through. So if I know that's my client on their client card, bought it 3 months ago, I'm going to do a reevaluation if they need the same product, and I'll make sure that they top up before they leave.
That's amazing. This is a level of care that is
Every salon needs.
Imagine you're going to any doctor or I know that you're using that medicine is going to run out. I'll love you. I'll
Can you
kiss
imagine
them.
my doctor tells me 6 months ago you did your blood test, you're due for your next one. I only go when I start fainting.
Maybe you should go.
And then they were like, I
earlier.
haven't done a blood test in 3 years, Sarah.
No, this is a level of care. And that's why a lot of people prefer like family doctors or people that they have a little bit more connection because of this care. But if you can do that for everyone that goes to your salon, imagine. I want to go to that salon now.
Even to their tea and coffee. So I ask salons, you've got clients coming to you for years and they go, oh yeah, heaps. Do you know what they drink? Do you know they ask the same client every 6 weeks, do you want tea or coffee?
I know. How annoying
So I'm
is
sorry.
that?
I go to the same bar in the city. You know why? Because I walk in, they go, Long Island. I go, yes, please. I don't have to order anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
No, this is amazing.
If someone said to you, would you like your cappuccino with one? You'd be going, because we forget
Yes.
that people, we think they leave because you're having a bad haircut. Let me tell you, people leave for all sorts of reasons.
Yeah.
And the small things, this is a mic drop, small things are the big things. People leave for the small things. Oh, they could never remember my name. Oh,
Don't leave because of that. If you go because I'm now
She's
curious.
got my first name right. It's okay.
Taha, I got it.
Yeah, she got it.
Oh my gosh, you got it, your name first, name.
So, but this is what's important.
Yeah, that's
Not saying,
true.
can you grab that client
Yeah.
and take it to the basin? No, that client's got a name
Yes.
and you take MJ to the basin,
Yes.
Yeah.
right? Using people's names, it's so important.
Yeah.
When I do my training, I know I put name tags on them.
Yeah.
And as I'm talking to each staff member, I'll actually say their name.
Yeah, that's makes a
then-
big role.
When I'm talking about mindset and talking about systems and processes in their salon, I go, have you all enjoyed the fact that I've used all your names today? And they go, yes. And I said, do you feel important when I speak to you and I'm addressing it to you? They go, yes. I go, that's exactly what your client needs. When I'm talking to MJ, I'm engaged, I'm listening, I'm focused. And anyone that touches MJ's hair, she needs to know who's touching her hair.
I love that.
She needs to know what's happening next.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a level of service that you'll never question.
Yeah. And I feel that on top of that, the attitude as well. You know, if you are working with customer service, unfortunately, you need to put your best mask every day. You don't have the leverage of saying, oh, today I had a bad day. Your client doesn't need to know
We
that.
don't
Your
get
client,
that. Hairdressers don't get that luxury.
the client doesn't need to suffer what you are going through at home or on your relationship or on your life. They just need to get the best part of you.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
This is because you chose that career. You could choose something in a bank for you to be in front of a computer and not talk to anybody.
Yeah.
But you chose to be with people. So people need to get the best on you. Because, you know, I had to gone to places where people couldn't speak the language properly the way I couldn't either, you know, when I came here. But the attitude of I'm here to help, even if I couldn't speak that on the best way or using the proper words as possible, was still able to connect. You know,
Yeah.
because you had the
'Cause you
positive attitude. I care.
And you cared. Okay, that's what's missing is care. And I think when we talked about consultation, talked about getting familiar and going into detail. Your client's paying to dump their problems on you. They're not paying for you to dump their problems on them.
Exactly.
Okay. So when we can remove ourselves from that, I'm all for, like, I talk about what percentage you can bring to the day. So I talk about when we're as a team, we can't always be at 100%. We can get there, we can be close. I'm pretty much like this 90% of the time now, I reckon 100% of the time. Whenever I get on a Zoom with my clients, they see this every day. There's no client that will ever say, oh my God, I've seen Sonia in a different state. I just live on this vibration now, right? But if we can actually sometimes be transparent and say, do you know what? I'm at 80% today.
Yes.
Can you carry the 20 for me? Just before you start your day, just tell someone what you're at. Because if I know that you're at 80 and you're having, like I can tell in the salon, I can go, MJ, do you need me to help you with anything?
Amazing. Amazing.
Right? Rather than just thinking, oh, MJ's got the shits and she doesn't want to talk to me. What have I done?
What have I done? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we all take it personally, right? But if I know to start the day, I do this with my husband. I go home and sometimes when I've done training sessions and it's been a full day, like I've been talking all day training and my sessions are very interactive. So they're not just sit down and watch a screen. Like they're very, very interactive. So when I finish, I go home and I go, honey, I'm sitting at about 40%. You need to give me an hour. He goes, no problem. I'll get dinner sorted.
That's amazing.
Right? Rather than going in and going,
what happened? What
please
did I
don't
do?
talk to me. Don't like, oh my God, can you just, you know, even with the kids, just handle the kids. Like if I let him know I've had a big day, I've been on Zooms all day, baby. He thinks I work from home. He thinks I just sit down like I'm on the beach, you know, sunning all day, right? You work from home, it's easy. Sure. Right? Sometimes when I work from home, I don't even eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? I'm on back to back to back to back. So now he knows. He'll send me a message, 1:00. Have you had lunch, babe? Right? How are you going for the day? Those little things,
Yeah.
right, that make the difference. So if we can turn up to work and know that, just being really transparent with each other and saying, you know what, because life happens. Let's be honest. Okay, we can't stop what happens outside of the salon because that's just life.
100%. Now, towards the end, I would love to know, how would you motivate a team? Because one thing is motivate the owner to sell, you know, to retail.
Yeah.
What about the team? You know, is that a reflection what the owner does, or it's actually giving them the training and the knowledge for it?
Look, I think there's a few factors. First of all, monkey see, monkey do.
Yes.
Okay, so I always say it bleeds down from the top. Okay, so if you're a really good leader, your team will follow that.
Yeah.
Okay. When it comes to motivating staff, I really think incentives are very big. I really believe in rewarding staff every day of the week. Okay, and it doesn't always have to be monetary, because we're not all motivated by money. So when we do a one-on-one meeting, what's going to motivate them? Do you want a massage? Do you want a gift card? Do you want to go away for the weekend? Do you want to save it up and come to an event? Do you want to go to a hair event? Do you want to go to MJ's training? Like, what is it that I'm going to do? Structure your commissions. I normally recommend on a monthly cycle, not a weekly cycle, because what happens, you get the ebbs and flows. They stay motivated for a week, they don't make target, and they go, shit, I've got to reset. And it's reset week after week after week. So in my program, I talk about a thing called clawback. And keeping them motivated, keep them excited. Like, if I'm excited, you can feel my energy sitting here, I'm pretty sure, right? You probably felt it from the moment I walked in, and I felt yours, okay? So if you're on that energy flow, everyone jumps on that. But if I come to work and I've got the shits and I don't want to be there, I had one salon I did training with, she was ready to tap out. Like, she said to me, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I feel like my staff are all going to leave. And I said to her, what do you think that looks like in your business when you turn up every day?
Because she's got that in the back of her head.
And she went, oh. And I said, you either be there and you be there, or don't be there. I said, because if you're thinking that they're feeling they don't know if their job's stable, that's a reflection on what you've been bringing to the table.
Yes, 100%.
She now, we've been working together. We actually, she's now a 12-month, we do long-term coaching. Her business is so thriving. She lost one of her main seniors that was doing like 6,000-7,000 a week. She lost that senior and didn't even notice it.
Wow.
Did not even notice it in her business. She actually wrote me this beautiful testimonial. She's like, just her mindset, just what she brings to the table, how present she is, how engaged she is, how motivated. The team feed off that, and her team are thriving. So motivation comes from that energy that you bring and that passion you bring every day. You know, I get people coming off my training sessions like, oh my God, the first 4 days they're like, oh, my sales are smashed here, smash here, smash here. And I'm like, keep the momentum. Keep the excitement. It's fun. You know, it's not a chore.
Yeah.
So you can make learning fun. So I hope I answered that question. But, yeah, there's a lot of factors in that. But I think management, I think leadership's very big.
I think the leadership as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
100%.
leadership.
You know, even because I'm a technician, I've been to so many salons. And I remember one of the last salon I went to, the owner was so sarcastic. So anything I said, she was like, she was so sarcastic. Even down to the junior, the youngest, when I said, okay, like when you're done shampooing, we're going to put this, she's like, she copied.
Yeah, it's a learnt behaviour.
And then all 20 of her staff had the same. And I'm like, you can't possibly have 20 people with the same personality. Because then when I got one-on-one with them, they're so lovely and they're so nice. So I'm like, what's going on? They were all just copying.
They want approval now.
It always bleeds down, right?
So it does bleed down.
It does bleed down.
Yeah. And then I've seen so many owners where she's so smiling, she's so happy, and then all her staff are so happy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I love it.
Had a salon yesterday. I got onto a call with them, and he said, oh, I have to ask my team if they want to do the training. I went, can you repeat that question to me. Let me get this straight. This is your business, your income. They work for you, and you want to check if they want to do training. Interesting. I said,
I can already see what's going on.
I'm like, maybe we have a bit of a lead. I said, do you want the truth? And he goes, yeah. I didn't think he really wanted it, but he got it. And I just said, if that was my salon and I needed to do this to increase revenue in my business, because let's face it, if they serving your client, the sales are a byproduct of that.
Exactly.
That comes, right? If I look after
not
my
optional.
clients, the money comes. I don't need to worry about that. Just do the job properly. So I said, if you want to, for your end user is your client, if you want a better journey and a better process for your client, this is not even for your staff. This is for your clients,
Exactly.
because they get a better version of you. If you want better service for your clients, then this would be a non-negotiable to do the training. If you want to ask them, they want to have to work a bit harder and feel a little bit uncomfortable, the answer is no. No one wants to be uncomfortable.
Obviously.
Growth is uncomfortable.
Exactly.
They're going to lean out straight away. So, yeah.
Ooh, what a session, Sonia. My goodness, I could have
much
solved so
information.
many things in how long we stayed here? An hour or more? That was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just enchanted by everything we've been talking since the beginning, as I said. I've been so busy, but I really want to do this on my own business as well with you, because you have so much knowledge. You have the experience. You have the vibration, you know, that we need. Someone that really cares for us, you know, for the business. And I just imagine how many more people could be benefit from this, you know, from this wealth
thank
of
you.
knowledge.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for your time today.
My pleasure.
Here.
It's been
It was
absolutely
lovely meeting
delightful.
you.
Yeah.
All the information was amazing. Like even me, I was like, there's new things. I've
No,
just learned.
exactly. I was like,
love it.
my gosh, wow.
And a lot of
No, it
things you were
was-
saying were like, okay, we understand. We've seen it. We've
Yes.
seen it
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah. So I just encourage you that are here watching us, please follow Sonia Tomas on her Instagram. She gives a lot of information, good information, but also her coaching is amazing. I haven't seen someone in the business like that. You know, I haven't been in the business for a long time in Australia, but I know a lot of people. You know, it's more than 9,000 salons now using it.
Wow.
And I haven't seen someone with that deep knowledge on care for clients. So thank you so much. That
Oh,
was
my
spectacular,
pleasure.
amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was
You guys
amazing.
are
And
legends.
if you guys would you like to leave a message for anyone that is watching us?
Yeah, look, I think just service, not sell. When I talk to salons, just know you're serving your client. Don't hold back because of your own insecurities or because you think they can't afford it. Just be authentic, be yourself, and do the accelerator program.
Exactly. Do it. It would be the
Good
best one.
advice.
So thank you so much,
Thanks for
all of
watching.
us, to be here today. And let's see each other on the next podcast.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Woo!
Bye.